All right, guys. People ask me all the time, Andrew, what's in your go bag? This is my 72-hour go bag. Matter of fact, it's probably more than a 72-hour go bag because I don't need a lot to get through a lot. They say, Andrew, what's in your go bag? And I thought about doing a dump, and originally I was going to do a dump, but I decided not to. And I decided not to because everything that's in here is for me. It's for my individual taste. There are some items in here that should be in everybody's go bag, and I don't care who you are or what you do or where you live, they should be in there. And those are the essentials. Like one, a bag. You got to have a bag. You're going to carry everything in your arms, so you need a go bag. You need some kind of bag. Now, me personally, I stay away from tactical looking bags. I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb. I want to be that person that passes through a crowd and a lot of people cannot pick me out when I pass through. I don't like to be seen. So if you like to be the person that's being seen, by all means, be seen. But I live in a large city in Texas. I live in Houston. And one of the things is I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're, unless if you're at a gun show or a hunting show, like an expo, and you walk through with a tactical backpack, or I'm going to call it a tactical backpack, can't talk today, then everybody gives you looks. I work in hotels. I work in office buildings, and every time I see somebody walk through with a tactical backpack, I know that that guy is a prepper. I know that is somebody that has stuff that if crap hit the fan, I may want, okay? And I don't want people lining me up in their sights because they think that I'm a prepper or that I have cool stuff in my bag. I see this bag was a gift. It's a large bag. It's a computer bag. I got this bag when I was like 16 years of age. I have seen women carry this bag in office buildings. I have seen men carry this bag in office buildings. This bag is still a very popular bag. It is a strong and sturdy bag, and I love it. You don't know if there's a computer in it. You don't know if there's bug out gear in it, and that's what I love about it. So, but other than that, I don't care what you have, as long as you have a bag. Item number one is a bag. Number two, you need a first aid kit, and that's high up on my list. You need a first aid kit. Now you need, in my opinion, you need two of them. This is my opinion. You need two. You need one for all the little cuts and scratches and the migraines and the allergic reactions. So get yourself a little, I use a shaving bag. I use a clear shaving bag. I'm not going to pull it out. I was going to pull it out, but never mind. Use a clear shaving bag is what I use. And I put things in there like small bottle of Tylenol, small bottle of Pepto. I carry things like Band-Aids. I carry things like Q-tips and things like tweezers and fingernail clippers. One, because girls like clean hands. So do men. Men like clean hands too. So girls, make sure they're clean. But other than that, yeah, you need to carry things like that in your bag. My mother is a nurse. She never bought a first aid kit. I never bought a first aid kit because we always made individual first aid kits around things that we like. And I think that's important because 9 times out of 10, the first aid kits that you get in stores, it's better than nothing. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like them because there's a lot of stuff in there I don't need. And the stuff that I do need, there's not enough of. So there you go. That's why I don't do that. Make one. It's not that hard. Just get yourself a little bag, like $2 at Walmart, and go raid your bathroom, okay? If you don't want to raid your bathroom, go over to your sister's house. Go over to your brother's house. Raid their bathroom. I don't care. And I guarantee you, they're not going to miss this stuff, okay? The other thing is get yourself a some type of food. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Woo, jump ahead. Second type of first aid kit I get, and I'll show it to you because it's right here. I keep it on the side, is a trauma kit. This is a trauma kit. Other words, a patch kit. I call it a hole patching kit. There's other names for it. In this bag, you're going to want things like chest seals. You can go on Amazon and you can make one of these for like $50, okay? It was like 120 bucks for me to go on Amazon and get the stuff. And I got enough to make almost 4 kits, right? I made one for me, I made one for my wife, and I made one for my mother, and they love it, okay? And that's including the bag. Now I had this bag, I got them cute little red bags with little red crosses and all that, okay? Simple. You need a good tourniquet. I like carry 2. I have one in here, one in my bag, right on the side pocket. Carry a tourniquet, carry a Sharpie, because you're going to want to write down the time you put that tourniquet on. If you do it correctly and too much time has lapsed, they're going to want to amputate that limb, okay? So do that, okay? The other thing is I have some Quick Clot, okay? And that Quick Clot's in there, and I also have some regular gauze. And I have both of them because if I'm in a scenario where I don't need to use the Quick Clot and I can use the gauze, you want to use the gauze because one Quick Clot burns like the dickens, okay? And it scars really, really bad because what you're doing basically is you're basically doing like an acid, you're searing that flesh and those arteries or whatever with like an acid, and it cooks it. It's just like sticking a hot rod in there. That's what you're doing, okay? And then so I carry both, and then I carry 2 chest seals because if you have a puncture, it doesn't always go through, right? Sometimes it just comes in and it stops. It hits a rib or whatever. So in this case, you may just need 1, but you need 2 because a lot of times it does pass through. So you want 2 chest seals, one for the front, one for the back, okay? The other thing I keep in here is a nasal tube. Now, a nasal tube, you can get those on Amazon, and I'm not too worried about keeping a little packet of lubrication in there, you know, a little KY or whatever, because you can use blood. And if I'm at a point where I need a nasal tube, I'm not going to be the one putting it in, but all of the people I usually hang out with and the people that I work with are trained to do things like that. And so those are the items that you need in this bag. And if you hunt, if you fish, if you drive, well, heck, as far as I'm concerned, if you are walking around on 2 legs and you're breathing, you need one of these, okay? If you go to the shooting range, okay? I know range safety, and we all make mistakes, but what about the guy next to us, right? If he pops a hole in my leg, I don't want to be scrambling to find stuff. I want to know I have it. So if you're an outdoorsman, or even if you're not an outdoorsman, you need this. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. If you don't like it, tough. I don't care. Okay, so get one of these. That covers first aid. The next thing you're going to want is food. You're going to want food. You're going to want water. And just get some snacks. I carry granola bars. I carry Slim Jims. I carry the basics. Depending on, you know, if you have a kid, get a bag for them. Say, hey, what kind of snacks do you want? Put some, you know, animal crackers in there. Get some goldfish. I mean, who doesn't like goldfish? I'm in my 30s and I go crazy when I see a bag of goldfish. I mean, seriously, who doesn't like goldfish? So get some good snacks and keep them moving. Yes, this is your go bag, and one thing that you need to learn to do is if you take something out of it, you need to replace it, but you do need to use the stuff that's in it because you need to know where it is. You got it? You understand that? The other thing you need to do is water. You need to figure out how you're going to get water. Now, you can get little baggies of water. I don't like those because if they bust, that crap's wet. So, but you can use bottles, okay? Bottles are great because you can reuse them. And if you need to, you can boil water in them. I always carry, where is it? My Yeti. My Yeti is always within arm's reach of me. I love my Yeti. This is a great vessel. One of the things that you can't do with this vessel, though, is I cannot fill this up and go stick this into a fire because there is a vacuum seal around it and it's just not going to work. But what you can do is you can open it up and you can take hot rocks and drop the hot rocks into the wide mouth lid. Other than that, yeah, these things are great. You're going to want water. You're also going to want ways to subsidize water. And I say subsidize may not be the right word, but you need 2 ways of doing it, at least 2 ways. If you have one way of getting something, you have no ways of getting something. If you have 2 ways of getting something, well then okay. You know, if you have 1, you have none. If you have 2, you have a few. So you need to look for things like life straws. Right? I carry a life straw. I also carry the betadine tablets, you know, the water purification tablets. Get them. Learn how to use them. get comfortable with this stuff. The other thing you need to do is, so now you got water, you got first aid, you got food, you need shelter. I'm not too worried about shelter. I live in the city. I have my vehicle. I have buildings I can dodge in and out of. I'm not too worried about shelter. That, and I'm pretty well trained on how to make shelter. And I'm okay with sleeping in a hole in the ground too, or underneath a bush. So I'm not too worried about shelter. And you say, oh, but Andrew, doesn't it get cold? Well, yeah, it does. Like in the winter, our average temperature is like 68. Who doesn't like that? Like, bring a hoodie, you're fine. But if I'm gonna go somewhere where it does get colder, I'm going to take blankets, I'm going to take stuff like that to help keep myself warm and to give me that extra layer that I need. Same thing with clothing. I don't carry clothing. I'm okay with wearing my same clothes again and again and again. I've worn the same pair of clothes up to a week and a half to a week, and it doesn't bother me, okay? It's a survival situation. I'm sure there's not gonna be somebody running up to you, sniffing you, going, oh man, you stink, you know, you smell like a survivalist, you know? I don't think that's gonna happen, and if it does, I don't care. At least I am alive and I can do what I need to do. So clothing for me isn't that big of a deal, but if you have kids, you may want to take an extra pair of clothes. My wife, she always carries clothes in her go bag because if she gets stuck at work or something, she's got them. So those are things that you need to look for. The other things you really need, you need a good knife, a multi-tool. I highly recommend a good multi-tool. The multi-tool I have is a, I don't know what brand it is. Off the top of my head. It's a really good brand, I know that. I know you can still buy them, and I know they're kind of expensive. It was given to me as a gift, and I love it. And I have it every day with me, and I keep it very close to me. It means something to me. Other than that, you need a multi-tool, and you need things to make fire. You need a torch. When I say torch, I mean a flashlight. And you need batteries for that, and you need a, like I said, you need at least 2 ways to make fire. I carry a Bic lighter, I carry matches, and I carry road flares. Because if it's pouring down rain and I need a fire right then, those road flares are gonna work. And I keep those road flares in a Ziploc bag within a Ziploc bag. Because if this bag winds up in a river, I know those flares will still be bone dry. And that's how I like it. That's what I do with all of my fire stuff. Other than that, guys, it varies from person to person. The most important thing is get out there, get a bag, start filling it up, and become more self-sufficient. That's what this is all about. Being prepared, being self-sufficient, not having to rely on others, being self-reliant. And that's what this channel is about. This channel is about becoming self-sufficient. And the way you become self-sufficient is, don't think you're going to become self-sufficient overnight. Because I don't make that kind of money, and neither do you. Unless if you're a multi-billionaire, I don't think anybody can do it overnight. What you do is just like attacking college, just like attacking anything else in life. One little bite, one little step every single day. And then one day you're going to wake up and you're going to go, oh, I'm a doctor now, or oh, I'm a lawyer. And you're going to look back and say, you know what? College was hop, skip, and a jump. Because there's a lot harder things in life than going to school. Because I know for a fact, if I could turn back time and go back to school, I would love to go back to school. But that is what I carry. You know, I don't carry a lot of things, a lot of survival things. A lot of the things I carry are things that are personal to me, that make my life a little bit easier. And that's why I didn't dump it. Now, if y'all want a bag dump, I'll do a bag dump. You know, leave a message below, and I'll do a bag dump. But I don't see a reason, because what I need is different than what you need. What I need is going to be different than, say, a rancher in West Texas, or say somebody that lives in the Midwest. It's going to be different. The biggest thing you can do is get a bag, get started, close your eyes, picture what kind of scenarios you can be put into, be realistic, and then prepare for those scenarios. and then go from there. And you should have some of the things that are for extreme situations. And one of the things that I will tell you is use it. Please use it. Get out there, use your bag, go on a camp out. I may do that here pretty soon with my wife, is revamp our bags a little bit. And then I may just say, hey, get in the car, we're gonna go camping. The weather's beautiful right now, and we're gonna go camping, and we're gonna survive with everything in this bag. And you know what? I got enough food for me and her for a weekend. And if it's not, then you know what? I need to take some of the floss I have in here and a fishing hook, and I need to catch me some fish, or I need to go and find me, you know, some worms under a rock, you know. But that's how you learn to be a survivalist, is you don't just curl up in a ball and wait for it to pass, you fight back, right? Because that's how we do this. We get in there together, we pull up our bootstraps, and we go for it. And we become self-reliant, and we take care of ourselves and the people we love. So with that being said, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If there's something that you put in your bag that is interesting or unique, please leave it in a message below. I'd love to hear it, because I'm always looking for cool, neat things to put in my bag, and I'd like to start a conversation in the messages about that. Other than that, guys, like I said, we're new at this. If there's something that you would like to see around the farm or about becoming self-reliant, let us know. Other than that, guys, keep it real until next time.